kú ọdún o. Mo kí gbogbo wa kú ọdún o. Àṣeyí ṣàmọ́dún o. Adérántí lèmi ń jẹ́, Oguntade ni bàbá tó bí mi lọ́mọ. Kí a tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ètò lénìí, mo ṣe ìbà onílé, mo ṣe ìbà àlejò, mo ṣe ìbà gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà tó wà ní inú agboolé ní, mo ṣe ìbà ọmọdé, mo ṣe ìbà àgbà, mo ṣe ìbà ọkùnrin, mo ṣe ìbà obìnrin. Ẹ jẹ́ kójú wa ṣe. I would like to welcome you all for this event today. And just in brief, what I've just said in Yoruba language is to welcome everyone. Before I welcome all our special guests and a few dignitaries we have in our midst today, I intentionally call this group out. And this is our Yoruba cultural group. These are people in their own individual right. They are top professionals. They are our mothers, our sisters, our fathers. And they're doing this in the last few years now, and they are doing it, promoting our culture, and doing it in all voluntary basis without being paid or rewarded for it. So please, before we proceed with anything, I would like you to please rise up and give them a round of applause, please. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Don't go yet. Please be seated. Thank you, everyone. So I welcome you all to this great event of today. Today is our Yoruba Day Festival, which is our annual Yoruba Day Festival. And we've tagged the festival for this year, Y.H.C.A.V Yoruba, meaning the beauty of Yoruba culture. Before I proceed, I would like to recognize the presence of the Mayor of Meribek City Council, where we gather here today, Mayor Angelica Panopoulos, that is being represented by Councillor Sue Bolton. Sue, you are welcome. I would like to recognize the High Commissioner for Nigeria that is in absentia, Ambassador Anderson Madubuke. I would also like to recognize the presence of President of Africa Day Australia, who is also the Zambia President, Mr. Kinizo Dube. You are welcome. And I would like to come home and recognize the presence of the President of Nigerian Society of Victoria, Dr. Mrs. Remi Yusuf. You are welcome. I also like to recognize the presence of my in-laws, the President of Ibadan Progressive Association of Australia, Dr. Akimbiyi. You are welcome. Like to recognize the presence of my people as well. The President of Ekiti Association of Victoria, represented by Mrs. Jumi Balogun, who is the President. And Dr. Balogun, you are here, heavily represented by Dr. Balogun as well. I would also like to recognize the presence of President of Edo Club of Australia and his wife, Mr. Peter and Mrs. Doris Imalelua. You are welcome. And my dear own brother, my in-law, the President of Igbo Association of Victoria, Mr. Elvis Iwanchuku, and Iyafi Bukola Iwanchuku. You are welcome. 1 minute. And I would also love to recognize the presence of CEO of Y.H.C.A.V, Mr. Mohammed El-Farhi, that is being represented by Mrs. Biola Akimbiyi here today. And very importantly, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the elders of the Aboriginal land where we gather here today. I paid my respect to all their elders, past and present, and every other elder in the room today. And more importantly, because without our parents, we are nowhere. So please, with a very loud round of applause, can we please recognize the presence of the president of Nigerian Senior Citizen Club, Mrs. Y.H.C.A.V. You are welcome, man. Without our elders, we are nothing. So, with my welcome address, as we said, that our festival for this year is titled the Y.H.C.A.V Yoruba. Culture is the total way of life that people in the society are blessed with. Culture is the characteristic of a particular group of people, defined by everything from language, religion, cuisine, social habit, music, and art. Through culture, we are governed by norms, customs, which are the pillars of our society. Culture has been known since man came to an existence until today. We are still practicing it. Through culture, we learn how to be better people in the society, like living as brothers and sisters. It is very hard for a person to live without a culture because it's like an antelope that is in the middle of an hungry lioness. A human being is a very complex creature. Every individual human has a distinguished attitude, behaviors, as well as a trait. It is only through culture where human begins to act uniformly and live in a society. Thus, in a simple definition of culture, it could be summed up as a complete way of life. Yoruba nation is blessed to be the cornerstone of culture every year. We all gather as a community to witness the beauty of culture, which we express through food, songs, costume, and traditional storytelling. Just to mention a few. Talking about storytelling, I would like to use this opportunity to specially recognize the immense contribution of our language principal and coordinator, Mrs. Abosede Adetifa. Y.H.C.A.V Adetifa have recently completed a project with the Community Fellows program at the University of Melbourne. Our project was centered around using storytelling, traditional music, and drumming to teach young and older adults in our community about our culture and heritage. This project has just earned the university a nomination for an award of excellence, which is taking place in Sydney later this month. And can I ask for a round of applause for that? Thank you so much for your contribution. In conclusion, we are going to witness a huge cultural display today as we've never seen before. There will be a lot of song, a lot of food, and a lot of dance. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you so much.